Welcome to Canal Days video series, and thanks for joining us for today's episode of The Cubit on Race Street in Holyoke, Mass. I am your host, Carrie, here with my co-host, local historian and founder of the Historical Tours of Greater Holyoke, Robert Comu. As your personal tour guide, Robert will lead you through some of the most iconic sites and their legends of historic significance throughout New England's preeminent and pivotal state of Massachusetts. With his expert insights, every monument and memorial story comes to life. Afterwards, don't forget to check out his website, holyokecanaltour.org, to access the full Canal Days video and podcast series, and also check out his free in-person public tours he offers throughout Western Mass and the 2025 schedule for these special events. You can also book personalized private tours for groups of all sizes tailored to your interests. To discover all that and much more, remember to log on to holyokecanaltour.org and get ready to be transported back in time on an unforgettable adventure.
Alright, today we find ourselves on the second level canal at the corner of Appleton Street, and we're going to find out what's along this corner of Race Street. And what do we find? We find the Cubit, used to be called the American Cover Wire Company. It's a rectangular building about 4 floors high, and it's been changed over in recent years to be very modern. So I'll tell you somewhat what the building is for now. But you can see it has a beautiful location right on the canal, so you got beautiful views from the upper floors. And in this corner here, it says 1920. That's when the American Covered Wire Company came in. They made what it says. They made wire that was braided, wire that was covered. So I'm sure electrical wire, but also strong wire, wires for pianos, so forth. Very functional, very well-made and strong wire. All right, and it's been changed over now for at least 10 years. In the bottom, they have smaller professional spaces that can be rented out. On floors 1 and 2, they have the Holyoke Community College MGM Culinary Arts Institute. So down in the Springfield's casino, owned by the MGM, they decided to sponsor Holyoke Community College's program with the culinary arts to get more chefs down at the Springfield casinos. All right, so we'll walk around this building. Across the way is a steam building. It used to be the Holyoke Radiator Company. They'd make pipes and radiators for heating. Now on the 3rd and 4th floor of this building, they have apartment space called lofts, and they're for rent, of course. The whole building is called Cubit, but they have different spaces, of course. The Cubit Coat Works means that you have spaces for work and home, so forth and so on. Right around this area was a very busy area. Right, this is now Main Street, so it was incredibly busy in the past. And the same group is fixing up the next building along called the Armor. Used to be Armor Provisions, where you'd have beef and ham come in on trains. It's a curved building because the train would come right along the track. All right, so it's fixed very nicely on this side right here. The elevator shaft is there. Everything's very nicely done. And they have a garden section, and they have a beautiful army yard here, named after the next building, but the Cubit hosts it, and every Monday during the summer they have outdoor functions here. This used to be a former alleyway here, so this is the parking for the Cubit. And here is a very successful social function yard, and they serve alcohol out of this building. Army Yard, Holyoke, a meeting space, established 2021. Okay, so they did a great job on this, and quite a history around this area. And a fine name for the building because it used to be called the American Covered Wire Company. And why don't you shorten that quite a bit to Cubit. And it's shaped like almost like a cube. And thanks for coming along.